I think Jake's biggest legacy is all the people he touched and the positivity that he brought. I mean, everybody loved him. There wasn't anybody that didn't love him.
He was never going to let the world get in his way of doing good things, ever. And it's reflected in the business he built. It's reflected in the family he created and raised, and it's reflected in the good work he did.
My father was unstoppable. When it came to his charitable efforts, he did not take no for an answer. There was no person, no regulation, no law that could stop him. He dreamed big and he touched the lives of so many people because he could not be stopped.
He lived his life, to the fullest, but he lived his life in a manner that no matter what, he never wavered from what he believed was right.
I can't think of all the moments where that just pure, unadulterated joy came through in his face, for watching us play sports games, to being with my mom, to seeing his first grandkid come into this world, to seeing Christmas in the City expand and interacting with Christmas in the City families who transitioned out of transitional housing, you name it. My dad really felt joy.
If Jake knew he was being named Humanitarian of the Year, I think he would have been very honored. He was very humble about everything he did for everyone. He didn't expect any accolades for them. He just did what was in his heart.
For my dad, this kind of recognition is always something that drove him to do more.
He would accept this award with the idea that there was a bigger picture always ahead. He didn't do anything for a pat on the back. He didn't do anything to have his name written in the newspaper. He did everything the fact that all he cared about was helping the people around him.
It's quite simple. My mother and father led by example. We grew up watching them work very hard to help others for no other reason than the sheer naked joy of helping others.
My family and I are so incredibly proud and grateful that he's getting this much deserved recognition. He was never one for recognition, so I'm sure he wouldn't necessarily say those words, but I know he'd be proud of himself too.
The greatest thing about this is that I'm so happy, and Jake would be so happy, that we know that Christmas in the City can continue and still bring magic to these children who don't otherwise have magic in their lives.
One of the coolest things about him is that he always had a vision for stuff. He always saw stuff and then saw past it. How can we make it bigger? How can we make it better? How can we get more people involved? How can we create more change?
To find that Christmas in the City is going to be aligned with an organization that runs parallel in its mission, and runs parallel to the mission of my father in terms of really wanting to see children in Boston have all the opportunity that they deserve to do well in life, to be healthy, to succeed. That is really thrilling.
I'm grateful to everyone who's a part of this, from the committee who put it together, to the Corey Griffin Foundation, to everyone who's decided that my dad deserves this honor. And I hope that people take from it that there are people like my dad who have a never-ending sense of optimism, who are always going to help people. And I think now more than ever, if we can all find ways to act like that, it'll be better for the world.
Thank you so much for this wonderful award. It's such an honor. I know Jake would be so humbled and honored to have gotten this award. It would have meant the world to him, and it certainly means the world to me and my family. This just means that Christmas in the City can continue on in the wonderful way that it's been going. So again, from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much.